Welcome to the Real-Time Storytime by Robert R. Ricks. We will get this thing started pretty soon. What I need for you guys right now is just to hold tight. We need to allow people to show up because this show is nothing without the viewers. You see, I require keywords or phrases that you will give me, and I will craft a story based off these keywords. I have about 2.5 minutes to create the story, and then after I create the story, I have to see if I got all of the keywords in, at least 10 of them. We try to have at least 10 to 14 keywords, and I attempt to get all of them in, but if I can get at least 10, it's a good day. Now, I know you guys are going to have some really crazy ones. Now, I do need to warn any new viewers. The existing crew that comes here on a regular basis are filthy, nasty motherfuckers with foul language. If the language is going to be a problem, you might want to check out now, because these stories, 9 times out of 10, are extremely vulgar, sometimes violent, oftentimes very weird, and sometimes funny. Alright, we'll get this thing started pretty soon. Hang tight.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Robert R. Ricks. It is Sunday, July 3rd, 2019. It's the Real-Time Storytime, and we're going to be doing a story for you. Yeah, a story for you. So, Paula and Garen, I don't think they're going to be able to make it today, so they already have some keywords they sent in, so that's fine. So the way this is going to work for you folks coming in on a podcast, this is a live show we do every Sunday at 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, and the viewers will provide keywords for me, and then I have a couple of minutes to basically pull a story out of my ass and try to rock and roll it. We only got a couple people in right now, so I'm gonna wait for just a little bit longer, see if anybody else pops in. If not, you guys are gonna have to throw probably at least 2 or 3 keywords. Just you have 4 right now, so you have to have at least 10 to pull this thing off. So keep that in mind. What will happen is, as keywords are used, there'll be a little thing that will flash on the screen like this, but you guys listening on a podcast, you're not going to be able to hear that or see it. You're just going to have to remember the keywords. Usually what happens right about now, we do a thing where we allow people to start throwing some keywords in, And in the event that we don't get more folks in, I might have to hit up one of the keyword generators and see what's what. But so what happens right now is I flash this, chat your keywords, followed by this.
Your words now.
And it'll be a little bit of music and stuff like that while we're getting our keywords. Garen and Paula already gave us Tae Kwan Do, computer virus, rum punch, and extreme measures. So, Yak, if you could throw some words. Vixen is nearby. Ask her for a word or two. Lyra, same deal with you. If you could throw me a word or two, that would be just spiffy. Just spiffy. Bum, 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 bum. Dum, dum, dum. Also, for you folks listening on the podcast, I had some dental work done a little less than 2 weeks ago. Lost all my teeth, and I have dentures in, so I'm still learning how to talk. So you might hear a little bit different. No, I don't have a speech impediment. It's just I'm getting used to the dentures. And as each week goes by, it gets a little better and a little better for me to say things. So there you go. Uh-oh, I don't know if Lyra and them are... Maybe something's wrong with the chat? Alright, let's go plan B just to be on the safe side. I'm going to go to a website where there are random word generator. Alright. Bum, 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 bum. It's pretty weird. Ah, here we go. So we got hurricane. And I will start to generate some words myself here. Generate. Alright. Black Rider. Okay. Black Rider. And I've got Tasteless. Nose picking. Okay. For the clutch, Backwood jumps in. Nose picking. And I will generate another one real quick. I got payment. Okay. Ass cream. Jesus Christ, dude. Ass cream. Alright, Yak. Are you asking lyric? Hey, Yak, you want to throw a word in real quick? Yours will be the last one. If you just want to throw one out real quick. And then, while that is going on, I will get the music queued up here ready to go. Alright, so right now the words that I have are Tae Kwan Do, computer virus, rum punch, extreme measures, hurricane, black rider, tasteless, nose picking, payment, ass cream, and we'll see if we get one more from Yak real quick. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and start the music. Spludge. Okay. Spludge. I'm gonna have to look that up. Oh my god. Spludge means to ejaculate. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, you're a horrible yak. All right. Oh my fucking hell. Okay. All right. So we got Tae Kwan Do, Computer Virus, Rum Punch, Extreme Measures, Hurricane, Black Rider, Tasteless, Nose Picking, Payment, Ass Cream, and Spludge. Those are going to be our keywords that I'm going to make a story about tonight. And I got a couple of notes that I wrote down right here. It's inside the old bookity book. So what I will do is put these where I can see them. Like that. It's probably going to be fine. Just like that. There we go. Okay, I'm going to take my headphones off. It's kind of funny, when you take the headphones off, you can actually hear things a bit better. Let me take a sip. Okay. What'd you say your name again, boy? Benjamin, sir. Alright, your name's Benji. Listen up, Benji. We got a long stakeout ahead of us. I expect you to conduct yourself accordingly. I have a couple of ground rules as we sit up in this here van. You understand me? Yes, sir. What are your rules? First rule, no fucking farting. I can't stand it, and I won't tolerate it. If you rip ass in here, you're a dead motherfucker. Understand me? With all due respect, sir, I don't believe you could do anything about it if I happen to have an issue. I'm supposed to be observing a target, assessing the target, notating the target, and sending information in to the action team. We are the eyes and ears. If you don't mind me asking, sir, what exactly is your expertise? My expertise is fucking badassery, you little bitch. Listen up. I've been doing shit since before you were born, motherfucker. I've saved this country more times than you could probably tie your damn shoes to. So, do we understand each other? Yes, I suppose we do understand each other. I examined the old man and was perplexed. His body and his face showed many, many scars, each with a story of their own, I was sure. He was funny, but at the same time menacing, and I knew there was a feeling deep in my stomach that this was not one to fuck with. So I nodded. I don't fart normally anyway, sir, so I think we're fine. Any other rules I need to be aware of? Yep, no burping. Okay, so no bodily sounds of any kind. You could snore when you're sleeping. That's it. Other than that, if you gotta do something, take that shit outside. That reminds me, sir, when the time comes for us to, take care of nature's business, how would you like me to proceed? You ask for 10-100, I'll give you permission, you break out, we got a couple of spots right there. You know where to go, right? Yes, I do. Good. Hope you don't have a weak fucking bladder or, have to do movements on a regular because we got work to do, youngin', and I expect you to be a professional. I nodded. This wasn't my first rodeo, but obviously it wasn't his either. And so I decided perhaps there was something I could learn from the old timer. I sat and stared at the screen, examined it, nodded, saw that the target had not moved, the sensors by the doors had not been tripped, all of the cameras were up and running. There were even redundant cameras that had been brought in from Quantico for this particular case. Sir, why, if I may ask, are we so interested in this particular target? Why? Do you know what the fuck we're looking at? I shrugged, shook my head. No, actually, I was assigned to this really abruptly, given very little information. All I knew was I was supposed to show up to a certain spot, jumped in the car with you, you drove us here. I don't know dits and ditto about the target other than what I see on the screen and the previous notes, which are very sparse to say the least. Yeah, I guess it would be. Alright, I'm going to bring you up to speed here. We got inside of there a target that is of the utmost importance. He cannot slip through our fingers. Do you understand me? I nodded. There was a cold bubble, tiny at first, in the pit of my stomach. It felt like a little bit of a bubble. It kind of moved around, had a life of its own, and I knew it to be what it was. It wasn't excitement. It wasn't exhilaration. It was a cold trickle of fear. Something told me there was things I needed to know that I would not get from the old timer. But I decided it didn't really matter. A job was a job. Obviously, the person we were keeping an eye on was of a national level threat, and I was content with that. So I looked at the screen and continued to jot notes. So tell me something, youngin'. What'd you do this last Halloween here? Did you have yourself a good time? I nodded. I did, actually. I got pretty shit-faced. Oh, did you now? What's your drink of choice, if I might ask? I shrugged. I like vodka. Yeah, what'd you get shit-faced on? Yeah, a little bit of rum punch. It was pretty good. It was a very good tasting rum. Ah, you like yourself some rum, huh? I shrugged. Yeah, I do. Good. Good. I like to mix up a bunch of drinks, put them all together. Oh, so like a Long Island tea? Ah, fuck that shit. That's a fucking pussy drink, Long Island teas. Those are fucking stupid. Now, I got a special drink that I make. I like to call it the motherfucking Hurricane. Oh, Yeah, I'm familiar with hurricanes. No, 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 not like my fucking hurricane. My hurricane is... Suddenly he paused, glanced at my screen. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw movement as well. I looked down. Target's on the move. He jumped over into the driver's seat and waited. All right, this motherfucker goes. We follow him, understand? I nodded. So what's the deal? What should we do? Don't you worry none. You know how to fight? I shrugged. Yeah, I learned some Krav Maga. I have a little bit of Tae Kwan Do and some Kaji what? What the fuck is that? Kaji It's karate, judo, kempo, and boxing mixed together. Oh shit. Okay, so you know how to fucking fight. How about shooting? Yes, sir. All right, good. Good. You seen action before? A couple of times. Any fatalities? Well, I didn't die. Obviously, dickhead, I'm not riding with a ghost. I'm asking, you ever take a motherfucker down? Yeah, I have. Good. Good. That's good. All right, let's see what happens. I watched as a man went down the stairs. He paused at the bottom, knocked on one of the doors at the bottom level. A young woman came out. They hugged. He smiled at her. They went inside, closed the door. Ha 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 ha. I got $10 that says that some bitch right there is gonna spludge all over that bitch's face. I shook my head. Sir, if you don't mind me saying, that was pretty tasteless. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I hurt your sensitive fucking ears? Are you a little fucking pussy? No, sir. Good. God damn it. I need you to be hard as fuck. Did you ever get in him? You know what? Hand me your fucking file. I looked at him. Sir, I don't have a file. Yes, you do. It's right back there behind Terminal 2. It's in the pink fucking folder. I was about to say something, thinking that he was trying to insult me, but as I looked back, sure as shit, there was a pink fucking folder there. Why is it? Just hand me the goddamn file. I handed it to him. He started to flip through it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Son, you might need to get yourself some ass cream. With all due respect, sir, why is that? 'Cause I'm about to be a hemorrhoid on your ass, boy. Looking here in your military background here, looks like you got some sniper experience. Yeah, I don't see how that's I'm asking the fucking questions here. Listen to me. Sniper experience. How many confirmed? 18. What's the max range? Half a mile. That's pretty fucking decent. How you with the sidearm? Not bad. I prefer a long rifle, but push come to shove, I've done better than qualify. Good. I got a squirrely feeling, see? I have a feeling that after he's done butt fucking old girl up in there, he's gonna come out and we're gonna have to take care of him. Sir, I thought we were just observing and reporting. Mm-hmm. We are, youngin'. We are. But there's a thing called a gut instinct. You ever have yours? I thought about it. There had been many times where I had a gut feeling, and it was a little unnerving. He had mentioned it because my stomach had begun doing flip-flops, and it wasn't because I was being grilled. Something was wrong. Something was foul. Something didn't feel right. I looked at him. He grinned at me. You feel it, don't you, boy? I nodded. Actually, I do. I glanced down. I felt the goosebumps rising on my arm. There was definitely some synchronicity between me and the old-timer. He was right. Something was wrong. Go ahead, call it in, boy. I nodded, went back to the computer terminal, started to... What the fuck? What's wrong, boy? Screen. It's wrong. There's... What the hell? He came and stood next to me. Oh, fuck, he said. I looked at him, astonished. He understood, the same as I did, something was seriously foobarred on our fucking screen. Kill it now! I powered it down. What the fuck? Somehow that cocksucker threw a computer virus in the system. We're blind. We can't see none of that shit. Let's go. Without missing a beat, he jumped out, started running. Faster than I thought he should be able to run. The fuck? I was struggling to keep up with him. He had 2 sidearms out, one in each hand. Clear the door for me. I nodded, pulled out my cig, hit the side, glanced in real quick. Nothing. Pressed the door, it opened. Slid in, giving him a passageway. He moved with finesse. Holy shit, how is this old man doing this, I wondered. Forward he charged. The door where the woman and the man had gone in was just 5 ahead of us. We saw a guy coming down the stairs. Looked like your average piece of shit. But as he came down, I saw the old man raise his left arm up. Right arm flew to the right, covering the doorway. He hit the first man coming down the stairs squarely, right between the eyes, destroying the orbital socket. The man flew back. I was astonished. I did not assess that he was an active threat, and yet the old man took him down with no hesitation. I was about to object and say something when the doorway opened up and a woman came out. He popped her as well, hit her straight in the eye, orbital socket. Clean. Heads rocked back. The door slammed shut. He stood, waited as the body started to fall forward down the stairs. When the body hit the ground, he popped 2 more in its chest, waited, glanced at the woman, same with her. Keep it ready, boy, keep it ready. What the fuck are you doing? I asked, my heart racing in my chest. Extreme measures, boy, extreme measures. This shit is all fucking wrong. We gotta take this shit now. There was something in his voice, tone, something I was not prepared for. He kicked the door, ran in. I heard an explosion back behind. He bounced back, hit to the corner, motioned for me to come forward. I did. He glanced at me. His eyes were wild. He blew the back of the wall. I saw 5 in there. We can't run in. You go out front, cover the alleyway. I'm going out back. Don't you think it's come through this way? He smiled at me, holstered one of his firearms on his left side, pulled a small round device, slammed it on the wall, pressed the button. I hope the fuck they do. Now go. I ran out the front, went where he had directed me. I saw him moving faster, if you can believe that shit, faster than when I first was following him. So fast, in fact, by the time I had gotten out to the doorway and turned around, I had just barely saw him go out the back window. And when I say go out the back window, it wasn't like he had paused, opened the window, tippy-toed out, jumped down. No, this old sumbitch dove head first, shattering the glass and disappearing from view. What the fuck? I kept thinking. I realized the radios that we had were connected to the van. I thought I could possibly use it, but as I glanced down, I saw the green light that let me know that I had a clear signal was amber. Something was also jamming our signals. Fuck, fuck, fuck. I ran. I wondered, where had Van 2 and Van 3 gone? Fuck, where were they? Where was the rest of the fucking team? The knot in my stomach was growing harder, colder. I got to the edge, glanced in the alleyway. Sure as shit, 4 men, 5th coming down. I decided, play it safe. Reached to the small of my back. Actually had a flashbanger sitting there. I thought, better to stun him, then take him, than to announce myself. I almost had hand on it when I felt the barrel against the back of my neck. Almost. Almost. He almost got me. My arm was already reaching back, so as I slid down, total reaction, no thought, I heard an explosion. My ears rang violently as the muzzle flash barely hit me. I felt a little bit of burn, but noticed that I had turned perfectly, avoiding the shot. He had me dead to rights. How did he get past the old-timers' charge, I wondered. I realized as I spun, it was one of ours. It was one of our guys. From Van 2. I had seen him, made eye contact with him as we had rolled up. Some bitch had tried to blow my brains out. Motherfucker. Everything else was a blur. I don't know really what I did. Everything was muscle memory. I reached up, snapped his arm, pulled the gun, fed him his own, blew his brains out. I cleared the front in front of me. Nobody else was there. Fuck. Did he take his team out? I wondered. I knew my element of surprise was gone, so I didn't even bother to look down the alleyway. Instead, I looked at the glass on the car that was sitting facing the alleyway. From there, I could see faint reflections. They were running down the opposite direction, away from me, towards the old-timer. Part of me grinned, wondered, what were they running towards? I was dangerous, obviously, but they had me outgunned. I don't think they understood. They were running towards something. I decided I wasn't going to call him a him anymore. I was going to call him something. I waited, and I watched. I checked my gear, and I waited. Soon I heard gunfire. That's when I decided to go ahead. As I went down the alleyway, I had my gun out. I had the flashbanger ready. I knew I wasn't going to throw it for fear of possibly fucking up my partner. But I had it just in case. If somebody did come back around and somehow managed to pop me, it would be ready. Better to give the partner the advantage in that case. I got down further, heard some more gunfire, and then it got quiet. Fuck. Did they get him? Oh, fuck. I hope not. I realized I liked the old man. I got forward and peeked around the corner. All were down. He stood there, breathing, slow, methodical, eyes still wild. He nodded. He hadn't even looked up, and yet he knew I was there. It's fucking clear, he said. I stepped forward. What was that shot I heard earlier? Fuckhead from Van 2 tried to take me. Uh-huh. Son of a bitch. Where's the target? He's not with him. Well, where is he? I don't know. He's not here, though. Fuck. What are we gonna do? Shut the fuck up and think. Let's go back and retrace our steps. He popped the rest of them a couple more times. Looked at me. Shrugged. Just in case. They might be wearing vests. I shrugged. Fuck, I don't give a shit. We walked back in, looking around, and he shrugged. Well, he's got to be around here somewhere. Let's look. I thought about it. Your device that was out front, the one that you came towards and it beeped and you just waved and it shut off. How's that work? Special proximity device. It really fucks you up. Okay. I've never seen one that's not standard issue. Yeah. It's not. It's a little something special, but don't you worry about that. Don't you worry nothing about that. That shit's a little above your pay grade, son. I nodded. Okay, so target's not here, but we saw target go in here. He nodded, thought about it. But did we really see it? I thought about the hack. You think that was distraction? I do indeed. How many of those devices do you got? 4. So we could set it up around the perimeter just in case, but what if civvies come? He smiled at me. Funny you should mention that. You know, that data we have on the surveillance. We also have DNA samples. We do? Uh-huh. Some bitch likes to leave a little mess on some of the girls, if you know what I mean. I nodded. I knew exactly what he meant. Okay, so what good is that? Well, my little babies are also set to detonate for specific targets. Wait, that's impossible. There's no way. Like I said, boy, this is above your fucking pay grade. Just help me set them. Okay, how do they work? Alright, there's 2 buttons on them. This button right here, you just tap it 3 times. Slap it wherever you want it, you're done. That's it? Yep, they're pre-programmed. Fuck yeah. Alright, I'll cover the back. Good, meet back here by the stairs. I went and covered the main back door as well as the hallway leading past her room to the other rooms. He did the same thing. We met back at the steps. Alright, let's go check for this motherfucker. I nodded. What the fuck? It was then I noticed the sidearms. They had a special switch. First I thought they were safeties. Then I realized they weren't safeties. He saw me staring. That's for special ammo. What do you mean? You only have a magazine and it only has certain rounds, right? Correctamundo. But I push these buttons. There's a little something added to the top fucking bullet. Really? Yeah. You'll see. Maybe. Okay. That's interesting. My mind was reeling. There was a lot here I couldn't quite wrap my mind around. Something with this guy wasn't adding up. He hadn't even broke a sweat. His breathing was controlled. My breathing was through the roof. My heart rate. Well, let's just say I work out on a regular basis, and yet I felt like a big fat slob that had just done a foot race for a piece of cake. Son of a bitch. We continued up. We got up near the top. He smiled at me. Alright, so there's a story I like to tell young'uns when we go out on a hunt. You ever heard of the Black Rider? The Black Rider, sir? No, I have not. Well, Black Rider was a legend in the Old West. He was kind of like a boogeyman for the bad guys. You see, there was a rider. He was the worst of the worst. Killed for just the enjoyment of killing. And he was so good at killing that when he died, the devil himself did not want him in hell. He wanted him to stay on the earth, to continue killing, because he was filling up hell with those bodies. My Lord. Okay, why are you telling this to me? Because I want you to channel the Black Rider into you. I want you to think you are the devil's emissary. You are the baddest motherfucker on the planet, and we are going to kill us a lot of motherfuckers. But sir, I think there's only the one target. If my experience has ever taught me anything, is lead with what you think they want you to see. And then when they are unsuspecting, you unleash hell on them. Boy, I fully expect when we get to the top of these stairs and we get to where the target's at, it is going to be a shit show. I paused, looked him in the eyes, still wild and crazy. Can you do that for me, boy? I nodded. He smiled. Good. Give me your gun. Excuse me? Give me your fucking gun. I handed him my cig, He handed me one of his. Why don't you go ahead and push that button, but hold it down until you hear a little click. You'll feel it in your hand, but just click it. Okay. I did as he told. I pressed the button, and I heard it. Well, felt it. It was a slight vibration in my hand, and then a pronounced click. Okay, what's going to happen now? Now, boy, you best be right about what you said. Do not miss a fleshy body. If you miss a fleshy body, well, the bullet's going to go through the wall, and it will look for another fleshy body. You understand me? Wait, what? Don't miss. Okay, I won't miss. Good, because if you do, well, let's just say I'm gonna have to beat your ass so fucking bad. I nodded. I get it. I get it. Alright, let's go up and take a peek. I want you to go up, clear it, head to the back by the windows, wait for me to come up. I nodded. He goes, but stay low, okay? Oh, I want you to crouch walk. I don't want you to be standing straight up and present a big fucking... I get it. I get it. All right, go, boy. I went up. I did as I had been trained many times. Cleared, 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 cleared. Got back wall. Felt good having the wall to my back. And the window right next to me in case shit really went bad. I peeked quickly. There was a catwalk there. Oh, good. Okay. I was happy about that because there had been a couple of times I'd fallen out of windows where there were no catwalks. And to say that sucks would be an understatement. The one time I fell, I dislocated my shoulder. It was so bad that even the concept of nose picking was a painful proposition. I waited. He came up. Smooth. Silky fucking smooth. How the fuck is he moving like that? No fucking sound. He was a fucking ghost. He went down. Stood next to each doorway. Almost seemed to peer through it. Each doorway that he peered through, he counted up with his fingers how many targets inside. Door number 1, 2. Door number 2, 2. Door number 3, 5. Door number 4, which was our special door, 1. And he went down another one, came up with 4. Fuck, that was a lot of fucking bodies. I looked at him, shrugged, gave him a look like, are you sure? He nodded, smiled at me, gave me the thumbs up, put the hand straight, motioned for me to go lower. That was perplexing for me. Lower? Like he wanted me to go prone. Why would I go prone with a fucking pistol? As I did, as I was told, I went in a prone position, raised the pistol. Suddenly the air in front of me shimmered. What the fuck? It came from the pistol, shimmered out to the sides of me, almost seemed to cover me like an igloo. I could see through it, but there was something there. He smiled. He grinned at me, nodded, looked satisfied, went to the main door, knocked on it, kind of like a pizza delivery, not a cop knock, just kind of a pizza knock. Tunk, tunk, tunk. There was a pause. He backed up. He waited. He crouched down, raised his pistol, and then I noted the shielding went around him as well. Huh. What the fuck? Then he seemed to shimmer and almost vanished. Was it like that with me as well? I wondered. What the fuck was going on here? I waited, wondering, how did this happen? How was I here? I looked at the gun in my hand, in amazement. I wondered. As I waited, I heard a lot of commotion in the adjacent rooms. First door flung open. Man stepped out, looked around. He yelled something, language I didn't understand. The rest of the doors all opened in sequence. Men came out, rifles in the ready. No action, no movement. I held my gun and waited. I wondered, what were we waiting for? And then it was apparent to me. The main target came out, looked around. The old man was right fucking next to him. Right next to him. The man stood there, looked around. I felt exposed, but I also felt protected. And I decided I'd wait. I'd see what the old man would do, and then I would follow. One of the men that were behind him, his position, walked, and for the briefest of moments my heart skipped a beat because I thought he was going to step right where the old man was. But he didn't. He had cleared on the other side of the hallway and walked and spoke towards the man. Again, they continued a conversation, heated, frustrated, annoyed. The target. I noticed his pants had moved for the briefest of moments, but he didn't seem to notice. He said something else, went back into his apartment, closed the door. The rest of the men all walked back in theirs. Again, I waited. What the fuck? I thought we were going to get down. I thought we were going to be the Black fucking Rider. What the hell? After 5 minutes, which felt like 7 hours, believe you me, the rest of the men had all gone back in their rooms and waited. Why had they not tried to leave? Why had they not tried to escape? Obviously, they had heard the gunshots and all the commotion that happened down below them. Why would they wait? It didn't make any goddamn sense to me. I saw the old man move. His shield shimmered and he stood with a smile on his face. He motioned for me. I moved slowly. I kept to the ground. I just crawled over towards him. When I got next to him, I stood up and the shimmering moved. He smiled at me. Follow me, boy. This is gonna be good. Okay. We walked. Went to the stairs to go up another flight. Why didn't we take him when we had a chance? See, there's something I didn't tell you. It's kind of important, but I think I'll have to explain it after the fact. Right now, that sumbitch right there has a bill, and his payment is about due right fucking now. What do you mean? I know you saw when I slipped it on him. When his pants moved? Uh-huh. You know those mines we set downstairs? Yeah, I got small ones too. I wanted to make sure the motherfucker couldn't run away once the shit started. What shit? See, the rest of them sumbitches, when it came out, I gave them something that should be affecting them right about now. I heard coughing, gagging, more coughing. Then suddenly thuds, lots of thuds. What the fuck? See, the main reason I gave you the gun at first was the shielding. That shielding does a lot more than protect you from bullets. It also recycles the air around you. Those stupid sumbitches came out, sucking up the air, talking their talk and everything else, and I knew I had the element of surprise on my side. You hear all that thudding, don't you? Ugh, another one. No more coughing. I heard the sound of shuffling around the main target's room, and then there was a muffled explosion followed by a guttural scream. That's the doorbell right there, boy. It's time. Follow me now. We went in, kicked the door. There was a shimmering light in the middle of the room. The man, the target, was screaming, holding his legs, trying to stop the bleeding that was gushing forward. My partner smiled at him. See, Benji, This is what I'm talking about right here. See, this some bitch was about to pour it out of here, but it's kind of hard to pour it out when you're missing body parts. It's very important that the equation matches up. You can't go into a port if your numbers don't add up right. Ain't that right? The man glared at him. Guess you ain't going nowhere, motherfucker. The man smiled a little bit, weakly, nodded. That is true. I won't be going anywhere. But doesn't stop me from. Shit, cover. I dropped low. Shield sprung up. He did the same. Just as shots shot through the portal, 5 men came through. Don't fucking miss. I made my breathing slow. Everything slowed. With purpose, I raised my hand, not thinking, not concentrating, just allowing the hand to do what the hand had done many times. I allowed the first shot to ring out. It surprised me as it was supposed to. I noted, as the bullet shot forward, the muzzle flash was green. That was weird. What was weirder was when the bullet hit the man. He blew apart. I mean, literally blew apart. It was as if the flesh responded so adversely to the bullet that it just liquefied and exploded. I laughed at myself suddenly. What's so fucking funny? He asked as he was firing. I continued firing too. Half a second later, all were down. Clear, I yelled. What the fuck was so funny? I just couldn't help but think. Earlier you were talking about fucking Spludge, and when I hit big shit fucking there, that sound that it made almost sounded like Spludge. He nodded, grin on his face now. That is very fucking true. He looked. There was a device that was projecting the portal. He walked over, pressed a button. The portal closed. Well, looks like all in all it's a good fucking day. We got this piece of shit right here, and I think that was a job well fucking done. Congratulations on passing your fucking orientation, boy. Orientation? What the fuck are you talking about? Well, let's just say we've been watching you for a while. I've been watching you for a while. I've been watching you ever since Afghanistan. I looked at him. What are you talking about? Afghanistan. You know exactly what I'm talking about, boy. You know what happened there. You didn't put it in your fucking report, but you and I both know what happened there. I looked at him. I had only told one person about Afghanistan. I don't know what to say, sir. Well, let's just say your shooting is really fucking good, and your shooting saved a whole lot of people that day. I was there. What? You were? Yeah, I was there. I was about to cap that son bitch when you fucking popped his head off. You were there? Yeah. But I didn't see you. He crouched again. The shield sprung up around him. Understanding hit me. Holy fuck. But how do you know it was me? Like I said, I was literally at least a quarter mile away. He smiled, tapped his eyeball. And it was weird. As he tapped his eyeball, there was a thud. It wasn't squishy. It was like tapping glass. I saw you though. I saw you clear as day. And that's when you showed up on my radar. And that's when I decided to keep an eye on you. I gotta say, boy, you're very, very impressive. Good enough to be part of the team. So this was your first test. There'll be 2 more like this. But if you do like you did today, I think you'll be just fine. Sir, if you don't mind me asking, what agency are we talking about here? He winked at me. Don't be sad, son. It's time to get happy. Welcome to Happy Corps. I nodded. Sounds interesting. All right. So that's going to be the end of that story. So we had Tae Kwan Do, Computer Virus, Rum Punch, Extreme Measures, Hurricane, Black Rider, Tasteless, Nose Picking, Payment, Ass Cream, and Spludge. Spludge. So there you go, guys. That's going to be an entry into H.A.P.P.Y. They have such interesting devices. They have some really fun toys. I really enjoy H.A.P.P.Y. Can't wait to write some more stories about that. Yes, this is the same H.A.P.P.Y. that has Chemo Jackson and some other folks in it. And so the guy, the old man is he's also known as Jax. So this is a fun episode because Jax is kind of a recruitment specialist, and nobody quite knows his age. Been around for a long time, and you'll probably learn a lot more about him as time goes by because as a recruiter, he's always keeping his eyes out for people that are possible agents, and if they can't handle the Yukai infusion, then they fall back. They're relegated to support staff. So, anyway, I think all in all, Mr. Benjamin had a very interesting evening, to say the least. So, not bad. We actually pulled it out of the clutch there. Was able to get a bunch of the words in there. The words that I said 2 agents, 1 old, Jax, 1 young, Benjamin, stakeout. That's all I had. And as I started doing it, I realized, you know what, this will be fun. Let's slide some of the fucking H.A.P.P.Y. in here. And so there you go. That's that. So thank you guys very much for coming in, helping me out with the fucking keywords and story. Hope you guys enjoyed it. For you folks on podcast, I hope you guys enjoy this as well. That's going to be it for today. We'll be back again next week. Same bat time, same bat fucking channel. And I hope you guys will tune in. I know Garen and Paula, they had some technology issues, so they weren't able to. And I know Bronx was thinking he was going to stop by, but it looks like only was able to get a few of you guys here. So thank you guys for, spending your Sunday with me. And I will see you guys next week. So be good. And that's going to be it for now. All right. Thanks.